and welcome back to the home of adventure here at Cruise1st TV. Always lovely to have your company and to hear from you too. Your feedback on the holidays that you want to take is so important to us, and it might be your choice that we feature soon on one of our shows. Well, get ready for the most spectacular opportunity now, where we team up a cruise with an exciting tour to a part of the world that just has to be seen. Now, this is the perfect time to plan for a big adventure. So how about an incredible brand new 6-night escorted tour in Cambodia to visit the Angkor city, the capital Phnom Penh, and so much beyond, followed by a 3-night city break in Singapore and rounded off with an Asian adventure cruise with Royal Caribbean. Sounds wonderful, and it is. Let's start our travels then. This is for February next year, and we're about to transport you back to the 12th century and one of the largest temple cities ever built, to a land that time had almost forgotten. A land so fascinating and an incredible feat of engineering for its time, considering it was built on water. Protected now as a UNESCO World Heritage Centre, Angkor City in Cambodia, with its over 1,000 temples, awaits your arrival. So let's start by flying you on the 23rd of February next year to Siem Reap in Cambodia to start this fascinating journey. And here's Mark to talk us through the highlights.
Welcome to the northwest of Cambodia, and upon your arrival into Siem Reap Airport, you'll be met by your guide and transferred to your hotel for a 3-night stay. You'll enjoy the first evening at leisure to explore the country's second largest city before the real adventure begins the next morning. You'll begin day 2 by exploring the fabulous Angkor Wat, which is one of the most famous and best preserved of all the temples within the Angkor complex. You'll go on to visit the ancient walled city of Angkor Thom, the last capital of the Great Khmer Empire under the reign of King Jayavarman VII, before visiting Ta Prohm Temple. You'll end the day's sightseeing by watching the sunset at the Angkor Archaeological Park. The next day, you'll head out to Kampong Kliang, a stilt house settlement of over 20,000 people, where structures can tower up to 10 meters above the water. Immerse yourself into Cambodia's countryside culture and traditional family lifestyle by enjoying a home-hosted lunch before returning to your hotel for the rest of the day at leisure. On day 4, you'll transfer to Battambang for a 1-night hotel stay where you'll spend the afternoon visiting a local village known for its wooden houses. Here, the locals will show you around the village and explain the history of their homes and share their life stories. You'll then take a ride on a bamboo train before visiting Phnom Sampo, which is a natural rock formation containing a series of caves. On day 5, you'll drive to Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, where you'll spend the rest of the day at leisure. The following day, you'll enjoy a tour of the city, beginning with a visit to the famous Royal Palace and the beautiful Silver Pagoda. You'll get the chance to wander the National Museum, which is a treasure chest of Angkorian and pre-Angkorian artifacts. Next, scale the steps up a small hill to see Wat Phnom Temple, the birthplace of Phnom Penh, before getting the opportunity to reflect on the history of the city with a visit to Duol Slang Genocide Museum, which documents the atrocities of the Khmer Rouge. You'll end your final day with a drive to Chiang Ek, where you'll take in the infamous killing fields. It's an incredible action-packed 6-night escorted tour that allows you to discover the wonders of the Angkor Wat and Cambodia in a way like no other.
Do you know as well, thank you Mark, I've seen lots and lots of travel videos of people that have been to Angkor City, and particularly at sunrise and sunset. Near the Angkor Wat, there's a reflection pool. It always reminded me a little bit of the kind of reverence that people give to the majesty of the Taj Mahal, actually. The same kind of thing. But actually, Angkor Wat feels like, to us, it feels quite new. You know, things like the Taj Mahal and whatever feels like they've been part of our lives forever. We've always known about them, but this is kind of like almost like a new discovery, a fascinating tour. It looks incredible. Now, after that escorted tour, we'll transfer you back to Siem Reap Airport in Cambodia. And this time we're taking a flight to Singapore because we're on the way to the cruise, but not before we've had 3 nights in a hotel in Singapore. Oh my word, you lucky, lucky people. What an incredible place Singapore is. Honestly, there are 1,000 things you can do there. I was reading about the cloud forest, a wonderful indoor garden, tropical plants, flowers, the highest indoor waterfall in the world. There's the National Orchid Garden there, we talk about quite a lot. Orchard Road, great for the shopping. Marina Bay Sands, which is where things kind of light up in the evening. And of course, you've got plenty of time to enjoy this because you've got 3 nights there. What an incredible, incredible city. And I think actually it's a nice sort of time of calm to reflect on that escorted tour that you've just been on, maybe collect your thoughts, collect your memories. It's quite nice to write a bit of a holiday diary. I know it sounds a little bit old-fashioned, but it's a good way of actually remembering what you did and where you went and what you experienced. Sometimes pictures don't capture it all, do they? Wonderful. 3 nights in Singapore, and then it is cruise time, lucky, lucky people, and we are going Quantum Ultra Class. Why nobody can say that. Quantum Ultra Class with Royal Caribbean on Spectrum of the Seas. You're going to be on board for 7 nights. Now, this is your chance to just sit back, relax, watch the world go by, have everything taken care of around you, have these wonderful thrills and spills and activities to enjoy, of course. Massive Seaplex on board, which is wonderful. You've got the Flow Rider, you've got the Ripcord, you've got the Bionic Bar, you've got all of the thrills and spills, like the top grade thrills and spills that we talk about with Royal Caribbean the whole time. Great family cruise. This, I think, is going to be a little bit more of a couple's adventure, I'm feeling, maybe. Or, you know, maybe you've got older or teens with you that you want to take on an adventure like this. But I'm feeling it's going to be more couples time for this. And you're just going to have an amazing time because on this, going out of Singapore, you're going to have guests from around the world. So you'll be meeting new people, new cultures, and just enjoying the familiarity of the great service on Royal Caribbean. And, of course, the fantastic entertainment as well. And of course, because we are in the Far East, lots of specialty restaurants sort of tailored to this part of the world. Sichuan Red, which is a Chinese, teppanyaki, izumi, they're all there for you, among many others. So here's where we're cruising to, out of Singapore. Penang is first. See the street art in Georgetown. Visit a batik factory here to watch fabrics being printed as well. And there's a lovely tropical spice garden. Day at sea, and we are back into Singapore. That's another chance to sample the city or maybe stay on board and take advantage of some special spa offers, maybe, if you want to. Next, we go back into Penang, and there are 1,000 things to do here as well. Plenty of tour adventures like the Kek Lok Sea Temple as well, which is one of the biggest Buddhist theme parks, they call it, actually, in the world. Then next we go into Phuket. Markets, live theatre shows, theme parks, traditional museums, temples. You have the whole jolly lot here. A day at sea, back into Singapore, and then we'll fly it back to the UK. It's an epic, epic holiday, this one. If you think about it, it's kind of like a 3-sided coin, really, isn't it? Because you've got that wonderful stay, lovely escorted tour through Angkor Wat and so much more as well into Phnom Penh and Batam Bang. Then you've got the 3-night stay in Singapore. Then you've got the fabulous cruise here, which, you know, luckily starts and finishes in Singapore and has an extra call in the middle of it as well. I love this. I think it's really, really exciting. Now, what I do want to know, and what I'm sure you want to know as well, is the price tag, because there's a lot of tailored, there's a lot of bespoke to this. If you think about, you know, the escorted tours, they're very, very small, concentrated groups with guides, etc. So often you feel like you are always going to pay a massive premium for that. And let's have a look. Because I think, knowing our team, especially our tours team, who works, oh my word. Now, if that didn't have the escorted tour, if that were just, honestly, if that were the 3 nights in Singapore, in a, you know, we always put you in brilliant city centre hotels, and usually near Orchard Road, actually, in Singapore, which is the main sort of designer shopping area. If that were just the Singapore stay and the cruise, at just under £3,000 each, knowing how long distance the flights are, etc., I think that would be a good price. But to have that 6-night escorted tour to Angkor, which so few people have been to. I'm trying to think of all the years I've been talking about cruise. I'm not sure that we've ever had an excursion to Angkor Wat before. I don't remember anyone talking to me ever, being honest with you, about visiting this part of the world and the spectacle that it is, because it's almost like a new wonder of the world, if you like. This, by the way, you can put a low deposit down on this right now to lock in the deal that we've got for you for February of next year, just £199 each today, would lock in and secure that price tag, which is amazing because you've got the tailored tour, the stay in Singapore and the cruise as well. Let's have a look at upgrades on the cruise as well, shall we? Talking of cruise, I need to let you know that you can take this tour with other cruises as well, with other cruise operators as well. So we have this brand, because this is a brand new tour, obviously the Angkor Wat one, and the new tour is available with Celebrity Cruises and Holland America Cruises as well. So if you were looking at maybe the ship and thinking, actually that's maybe more of a family ship, I would want maybe something just a little bit more sort of coupley, or maybe sort of slightly more sedate, or maybe you've got a particular cruise line that you are wedded to, we can team up this package with other cruise lines as well. I have to say the value there is absolutely brilliant. Even if you look at your upgrade prices for the cruise, it's a 7-night cruise on Spectrum, but to go up to balcony for an extra $199 is absolutely incredible. It really is. So listen, if you want to know more, because obviously I have 15 minutes to try and tell you everything, do speak to the team, very experienced tour team on that phone number as well, 0800 953 4700. Now, we do curate these wonderful tours with operators that we personally know around the world, and that's an important part of what we do, and that's why so many people trust their big adventures with us.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
And that's always good to know for an adventure like this. It's fascinating, you know. I was researching for this show, and I didn't know anything about Angkor Wat at all. I'll be honest, I hadn't heard of it. And once you start digging into the history of it, it kind of really stays with you. The adventures that people have there, it's a really kind of serene place as well, especially when it's one of those places where it's although it's a ruin, it's an almost complete ruin, if that makes sense. So you can really get the feel of how it was back in the 12th century when this was built, and then the remarkable achievement of building the whole thing on what essentially is a swamp. It's incredible. I mean, this was like so far back, it's ridiculous. Anyway, listen, I hope you enjoy that fabulous adventure. If you want to know more, you can look up this reference on our website. It will tell you more, or you can watch this show again on our YouTube channel as well. Listen, enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you stay where you are though, because we've got lots of shows. There'll be one just after this one. See you later. Bye-bye.